Today I'm cooking with Trent. I'm going to show you how to cook the perfect whole baked fish on the barbecue. This episode is brought to you by Geraldton Fish Markets, corner of Burgess and Marine Terrace, the only place that I go when I want to get fresh fish in Geraldton. Now, I had a phone call this morning, 6:30, and it's about the only phone call I like to have at 6:30 on a Sunday morning, which is Rod from the Fish Markets telling me he's got a gorgeous load of fish in. So today we've got a bream and we've got a honeycomb cod. Today I've got a special guest in. I like to say special guest, but really he just came around for a drink and I was sick. It was easier having you in the show than you standing on the sidelines. It's like having a backseat driver, mate. What can I say?
Great, let's get into cooking, guys. Let's get into cooking. What have you got here?
So, Darren, I've got a bream and a honeycomb cod.
Right, what are you going to be doing with it today? I see you got the most amazing ingredients. Some fresh, am I right here, chef?
Yeah,
a little bit of ginger, a little bit of garlic, some limes. So what are we going to be doing with these fish?
What I thought we'd do, we'll do two different styles. We'll do an Asian style with a honeycomb cod, because the Asian cod is particularly prized sort of in the Asian cookery.
Yep.
And then we'll do the bream, we'll do that sort of more of a Mediterranean style, with tomatoes.
Ooh, love it! Some Mediterranean flavours with your tomatoes.
Yeah,
absolutely. Let's go for it. Let's go for it.
We can probably divvy this up.
Yeah.
You'll do the Mediterranean one.
Right.
There's your piece of
What would you like me to do, chef? Cut up a little bit of tomatoes.
Tomato. I've got some tomato for you. I've got some.
Yeah. And how would you like it? Just a little bit of what can I do?
I like them carved into little animal shapes.
All right. You got to be kidding me, right? Right, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Let's go for it, chef. Let's go for it.
You want chili?
Yep, love chilies.
Right. Red or green?
Well, I love a little bit of red, but you always got to remember, chef, when do you take your seeds out?
Well,
out.
Depends how much heat you want.
Yeah. I love a lot of heat. A bit of fire, a bit of, if you're doing something with Mediterranean flavors, hey, get that little bit of heat in then. One or two of the pips. Yeah, let's do it, especially if we're going to wrap it in. Right, so off we go. So,
what do you got there, Darren? You got some chili, you got some tomato.
Correct.
And we don't have to be too worried about how this is being cut up. Essentially, it's just going to cook in and it's going to infuse the fish. We don't really have to be worried about how we're cutting it, do we?
Good. So how do you steam the fish? A little bit of...
Yeah, what I thought we'd do, we'll lay a bed of vegetables. We'll throw some vegetables in the cavity there.
Straight through, yeah, absolutely.
Straight through. Seasoning, a bit of black pepper, a bit of sea salt, a little bit of white wine. We'll twine him up.
Beautiful.
We'll get him straight on the barbie.
Yeah, absolutely, chef. I think that's a stunning idea. Right, so...
I think you lost that. Actually, I get the honeycomb cod here. I'm a little bit impressed with that. I think for our marinade, we use some coriander. A lot of people we just use the leaves of the coriander. The best part is the roots and the.
Oh! You know what? I was just hoping you were going to say that to me, chef. I use the same thing as well. Absolutely. Right, fantastic.
So let's not worry about how fine it's cut. We've got the coriander. We'll get a bit of lime leaf there. That's the kaffir lime leaf.
I love that kaffir lime leaf, and you know what? That is so great to actually put in your freezer. If you're actually having a little bit of slivers and you've got leftover, pop it in your freezer and freeze it. And then infuse it. I wish you were here. I wish you could actually smell the flavours of the coriander root and that.
Is it green chili? You've gone red chili, haven't you?
I have got, chef, yep.
You've gone red chili, I'll go green chili. So I'll kick mine off. I'll do mine almost a Thai green marinade.
Let's have a little bit of a race.
I'll do mine a Thai green marinade. Also a bit of fresh lime.
Oh, chef, that's smelling absolutely fantastic.
So I'll just rough cut the whole lime.
Yep.
Not a race, but I'm way ahead of you here. Ginger.
Lovely.
So I've got my marinade done. I've got my coriander, I've got my kaffir lime, I've got my lemon, my ginger, my garlic. And I'll just rough cut a little bit of tomato.
And I can
smelling there, Darren.
Just smelling it, Trent. It smells fantastic. I absolutely wish that you guys were here to smell this root. It's beautiful.
And all the thing we'll do, Darren, let's not be fussy about it. We'll place probably half the marinade on the bottom.
That's going to cook on the bottom, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
And as we'll put some liquid on there, that'll all sort of steam up.
Yeah.
We'll put the other half of the marinade.
Oh, those chilies are just going to be sensational. And that coriander root.
So we need a little bit of liquid. What I was thinking, Darren, some Chinese rice wine.
Love it, especially being Asian, absolutely. A little bit of Chinese rice wine. What about a little hint of sesame oil?
I like it, I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give that a good half a cup. And that's what'll steam up and that'll make it nice and moist. Sesame oil. This is a very good brand of sesame oil. I don't know if you know this one in South Africa. It's a premium brand over here, mate.
Really?
No. A couple of tablespoons of soy. So all we've got in there is we've got the Chinese rice wine, we've got some soy, we've got some sesame oil, and we've got a little bit of fish sauce.
Sensational.
It's almost like cannibalism, isn't it? Fish
And you know,
sauce
the
on
whole
fish.
thing about fish sauce, everyone's so afraid to use it, don't you think?
Yeah.
But it is such a fragrant thing at the end of the day.
And I think as long as you don't use it, you know, in too great quantities and use it where it needs to be used. And it is a lovely accompaniment. It is lovely.
Beautiful. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Sensational.
So we've got our fish.
Yep.
I'm going to wrap him up. That's all you
I've
get.
chopped up a little bit of chili, a little bit of tomato. I've got some garlic going in there, and I'm going to put it into a lovely fish here. I've got some celeriac.
Shall I cut that up for you?
Yeah, absolutely. How do you do your celeriac? What else do you do with your celeriac while you're cutting it?
I think you can do a puree, you can do a lot of things, but I think for this, I'll just rough cut it.
Yep.
And we'll just get that flavour in there. Would you like a lemon there, Chef?
I would love it. I would absolutely love it.
Half or whole?
A whole one, thanks. Cut into quarters. And could you cut a little bit of the zest off, if you don't mind?
Oh, I certainly could.
And just give me a little bit of zest. Just.
I also want to score my fish now.
So I would love to score my fish, and I'm going to rub a little bit of olive oil.
So that will help let me get you there.
Yeah.
Have you come across this olive oil yet? You haven't been in Germany long, so you get no olive oil.
I have not.
So it's a beautiful olive oil, it really is.
You gave it to me the other night when I went out to your restaurant, and it was absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, a good little bit of olive oil.
Fantastic. I think Gerald is a perfect place for olive oil. It's really the home stopping ground for olive oil.
See, I love to put a little bit of my lemon zest inside the flesh.
Right, Chef, I've got your fennel, I've got your lemon there. Do you use these? What do you do about the fennel tips? Do you use them or?
I keep them all.
Keep them all. Cut them up? Or not cut them up?
Oh, Chef, whatever you are, I'll go with you.
Right.
Sensational. Oh, all the way over, and then we just pick all this emulsion up. It's just absolutely sensational.
Let's form a little bit of a pocket.
Sensational. Oh, wow.
I'm going to close him up.
Right.
So I've had the barbecue preheating. So we're about 150. I've just put the hood down though, so I think she'll turn up a bit. So we're back at the barbie, and it's been probably what, 40, 45 minutes, Darren?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so the fish are ready to check. Check them out.
Sensational.
Beautiful. Beautiful, mate. Taste, Chef?
I would love to. Yum.
Try your one first.
I'll try yours. Oh, I can actually smell all the flavours that you put in through there.
So there we have it, the perfect whole baked fish on the barbecue. A big thanks to Darren. He'd be up here, but I can't prize him away from his glass of white. Until next time, it's been Cooking with Trent.